All right, let's jump right in. Think about your life for a second, like it's a giant blank canvas. Every single day, the choices you make are the brushstrokes that create the final picture. So the real question is, what kind of masterpiece are you actually painting? Today, we are going to break down 10 absolutely crucial areas to work on every single day to create a life of success and true fulfillment.
And this quote, it really nails the core idea here. It's not about these huge, heroic, one-time efforts. No, not at all. True, lasting success is built on a foundation of small, consistent, positive actions. The stuff you practice day in and day out.
You know, it's kind of wild when you see it laid out like this, right? Look how thin that line is between success and failure. On one side, you have those simple daily disciplines. But failure? It's just as simple. It's just a few tiny errors in judgment repeated over and over again. It's the slow accumulation of these little choices that ultimately points you in one direction or the other.
So where do we even begin with all this? Well, we start inside. The first and honestly the most important area to focus on is your inner world. Because let's be real, everything you achieve on the outside is a direct reflection of what's going on inside your head and your heart.
So what are we talking about here? We're focusing on 4 key pillars that make up that internal foundation. Your attitude, your mindset, your sense of purpose, and a daily practice of gratefulness. Let's dig into each one.
First up, attitude. And I love this way of thinking about it. Your attitude is literally a magnet. A positive can-do outlook, it actually pulls people, opportunities, and good fortune towards you. A negative one? Well, it does the exact opposite. It just pushes away the very things you're trying to get. Improving this even a little bit each day changes everything.
Okay, next up is mindset. And this isn't just about, thinking happy thoughts. It's about actively rewiring what you believe is possible. And here's a super simple 3-step process you can do every single day. First, find a thought that's holding you back. Something like, oh, I could never do that. Then challenge it. Ask yourself, says who? Why not? And finally, replace it with something that empowers you, like, okay, I'm figuring out how to do this.
Then there's purpose, and this is so important. Purpose is your why. It's the fuel that powers all these other daily habits. When you know why you're getting out of bed in the morning, those small, consistent actions we're talking about, they stop feeling like a chore and they start feeling like a mission.
And the last piece of our inner world puzzle is gratitude. This is such a powerful daily practice. It's like a snowball effect. The more you consciously look for things to be thankful for, even tiny little things, the more your brain just starts to spot them automatically. It can shift your entire view of the world from one of lack to one of abundance.
All right, so once we've got our inner game sorted, it's time to build the actual skills. The tools you need to connect your good intentions to real-world results. This is how you actually get stuff done.
And inside this toolbox, we're going to focus on 4 absolute essentials: communication, self-discipline, time management, and the engine that drives them all, a commitment to ongoing personal development.
Let's talk communication. And the big takeaway here is that it's not just about talking better. The real secret? It's listening better. When you make the switch from just waiting for your turn to talk to actually trying to understand where the other person is coming from, my goodness, you build so much more trust and avoid so much conflict.
Wow, this is such a great way to think about self-discipline, right? It's not about punishment or being hard on yourself. It's the bridge. It's literally the thing that connects the goal you have in your head to the accomplishment you can hold in your hand. And just like a muscle, the more you use it with small daily reps, the stronger that bridge becomes. And of course, that leads us right into time management. It is so easy to fall into this trap of being busy without ever actually being productive. This table just lays it out perfectly. Are you just reacting to emails and putting out fires all day? Or are you proactively focusing on your real priorities? The goal is to spend a little more time in that productive column every single day. Okay, so we've worked on our internal world, and we've sharpened our essential life skills. The last piece of the puzzle is all about growing the tangible assets that are going to support you for the rest of your life.
We're zeroing in on 2 huge ones here, the kind of assets that grow and grow over time if you just invest a little bit each day. We're talking about your knowledge, your intellectual capital, and your finances, which give you security and freedom.
I love this quote. It just perfectly captures the idea of personal development. Yeah, school gets you started, but it's your commitment to learning every day, reading, studying, honing your craft, that creates massive value and opens up incredible opportunities. The most successful people out there,
They are relentless daily learners. And then there are your finances. You know, the rule is so simple it's almost easy to overlook, but it's everything. It's not about how much money you make, it's about how much of it you keep and put to work for you. Practicing that simple discipline with your daily choices is the absolute bedrock of financial health.
So, after all that, what's the big takeaway? It all comes back to this one single idea. Don't look for the giant leap, the overnight success. The real, lasting, life-altering change is found in the small, consistent actions you take day after day.
And here they are, all 10 laid out together. This is your daily checklist for building an amazing life. You've got your inner world, attitude, mindset, purpose, and gratefulness. You've got your essential skills, communication, self-discipline, and time management, and the assets you're growing daily, your knowledge and your finances, all powered by personal development.
Let's leave it with this final, powerful idea. The goal isn't to chase success. Instead, just focus on working on these 10 things every day. Focus on becoming a person of value, of positivity, of discipline. When you do that, success isn't something you have to hunt down. It's something that just naturally finds its way to you.
So I'm going to leave you with this one simple question. Forget about the grand plan for a minute. Forget about next week or next year. Based on everything we just talked about, what is the one small, simple improvement you're going to commit to making today?